Hi guys, and thank you so much for watching as always. Basically this video, if you've been watching my Minecraft fortress build, I did mention at the end of that video that I found an old map from, God, I can't remember when it was. We talked about 3-4 years ago, something like that. It's a long time ago. It was the first map I ever made on Minecraft. And I built a space shuttle. But the computer and everything that I was using at the time was really bad. I mean, epically bad. If you go back through my old videos, you'll probably find a video about this build. And it's me jerking around like proper lag, really bad lag. But yeah, obviously now better than the computer. So yeah, so I thought we'd have a quick look around. I'm just doing this for like nostalgia sort of things. That's the space shuttle that I built. I'll get onto that in a moment. That's the English flag, obviously. That was the first thing I ever created in Minecraft. My name, Mulreay. But we'll have a look out there in a sec. From what I remember, I'm trying to remember exactly what I had in this place. One of the first big structures that I ever made, this was like kind of a drop stuff off furnace sort of thing. So I could dump things in there. Oh, to the treehouse. I forgot about the treehouse. So I've turned it to creative so I can get around places. See, I forgot about this place. I built a treehouse at the top here. It's shit, I know. Let's not forget though, this was in the very early days of Minecraft. So there was the space shuttle. Let's go back down. God, so many memories. So many memories. Bonk. Oh. And, oh. No, maybe not. There we go. This was like an outside garden thing that I had. I mean, don't forget, all this was built by hand. This was before the time of things like creative mode and stuff like that. So this is way before that. So yeah, I just thought we'd have a look around and see what I did. I think that's a cliff face actually there, dug out. And I think this leads to the big tunnel thing. What did it say? The pit. That's what I call it. I do forget sometimes. I actually put a door here now that I remember because it stops mobs coming in. I've got a pressure plate down there because I used to get mobs turning up all the time. Yeah, I mean this is one of the biggest things I ever built at the time. Boink, all the way. But it goes a lot higher than the actual, well not a lot higher, but it goes higher than the actual floor that we actually walked in on. It goes all the way through a mountain. But anyway, yeah. Down the bottom here, if I remember, I built a few different things. The mining office, a foreman, Mulreay, obviously. Oh. Let's have a look. Actually, what did I have in there? Just lots of stuff. Obviously, back in the day, you were mining continuously, so you had lots of. So basically, I built this actually because like you get lots of cobblestone. You don't want cobblestone, so you end up. Oh, that's not working. So yeah, so you used to burn things because then it doesn't take up so much room. Mine one. I think this is just literally all this was just cut out by hand. Quite boring in there actually, and I think mine too is pretty similar. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's just another mine that I went and did stuff in. Oop. It's actually really weird coming back here. This was archaeological dig site, danger, slip gate to nether. This was like kind of my first attempt really to build something kind of interesting. But again, because literally I had to dig all this whole room out by hand. Because this was not here. This was not like a cave. This was complete brick. Stone. So I had to dig it all out by hand. And I created this rather naive sort of temple thing. Jeez. But again, because I did it all by hand, it's actually a bit slightly more impressive than just the creative sort of stuff that you do. It's not that impressive, obviously, but it's something anyway. But the more interesting things are outside, I suppose. So let's have a quick look around there. I won't drag this video on for too long, don't worry. It's literally just, I mean, I'm viewing this for the first time in years, so I just thought it'd be cool to actually record it as I go through my age-old build. I mean, I'm trying to think about exactly how long it was, but it was definitely Minecraft in beta, early beta. I can't remember what version it was, to be fair. I mean, my building kind of was... I built things very strange. Big pardon, I had to build them. But I do remember as well, this used to all be wood. And then I built a fireplace in the centre here. And the whole thing, this is before Minecraft had where wood doesn't burn continuous. And it started a massive fire, burnt the whole building down. That was a bad day, that. Living room here. The windows looking out onto the shuttle. I think this is the big glass building. Again, another waste of my time. Just doing stupid, silly things. I mean, putting obsidian down on the floor. Like, what was I thinking? And this glass tower is just, it's completely meaningless and stupid and crap. It really is that bad. But again, I was, you know, this was early days of Minecraft. Then I had a walkway here with the greenhouses. This actually leads onto a bridge that goes across to the other side. There's something very interesting on that side actually that I'll show you in a second. Let's just look there, because there's a greenhouse here. This is where I put my wheat up, well, to make bread and what have you. Obviously this is the main kind of thing that I built. The big, huge shuttle. It took a long time. It took a very, very long time to do. I can't even remember how long it took me now. But I did it all by hand again. But when I actually built this, I had what did I use? I can't remember what it's called now. I used a program like a thing that allowed you to basically you could spawn in blocks. This is before like creative mode, so it allowed me to get the blocks needed because that's all made out of iron blocks, and that's made out of obviously wool. Yes, I mean that was kind of a fun thing to see. I remember as well because initially it was at this level here. But then I got to a point when I was building the external fuel tank, and I hit the roof. And this is before Minecraft had, again, like increased the limit of the roof. So a good friend of mine, BC Programming, I've mentioned him in many videos. I'll give you a description to his channel. I'll give a link to his channel in the description again as always. He actually loaded it down for me using MT-Edit because I couldn't use MT-Edit at the time. I just didn't get it. I didn't know how it works properly, and you can still see the kind of how it just didn't fit at the time. Obviously I could probably fix that easily now, but I had to dig out sections of the walls and stuff to make the wings fit in. Yeah, I mean that was fun to do. This was the first ever ship that I ever built, and at the time I thought it was like the dog's bollocks. I really thought this was like the greatest thing ever. Now I look at it and it's like, yeah. But again, because I didn't have any cheats or anything like that, it was kind of more difficult to build. Especially because I had to start at the bottom down there, and then I had to actually build underwater whilst not being able to breathe underwater. So you imagine drowning constantly trying to put down the hull. To make sure the water as well doesn't flood in, because then when the water floods in you have to drain the water out, and yeah, it was a nightmare. But again, when you're looking back at it now, it's like, oh god, so tacky, so kind of, yeah, not tacky, but you know, a really shameful attempt at a lighthouse there. And I built a pyramid over here. That took so long to build actually, because The reason why it took so long is because I didn't realise it at first, but you have to, obviously, it makes sense when you think about it, you have to make sure it's a square, because if it's not a square then it won't be a pyramid. And you have to count the blocks out individually across, and then across that side, and then you have to build up one by one, because on the inside, there's actually rooms and stuff inside here. There's actually, oh, where was it now? I just oh, there it is. I just remembered that I'd put something downstairs. Here lies Fred III, Second Dynasty. Because I actually hid something behind here. Now I remember it. It's just a bit of sand behind there. Here lies Rodney II, Third Dynasty. But I remember putting, yeah, I put loads of like decent stuff in here. As if like kind of a reward if you actually found the place, sort of thing. So I used to give this to I gave this map to some friends and said like have a play around with it. I remember that Tux 2 played around with it for a bit, and so did BC. He had a look around. One of the most interesting kind of things that I did is you can see this railway thing going on around here. Unfortunately this doesn't work, and oh, this was one of my worst things I ever built. A castle made out of obsidian. I know, it's stupid, absolutely stupid, but an absolute pain in the arse as well to build. Because if you imagine, the lag that I was experiencing was completely ridiculous. I mean, the game was almost unplayable. Well, in fact, most people wouldn't have played, because it was just that bad. But then trying to... It doesn't look too bad now, because I've got a different texture back on. But when it's just complete black, it's obsidian, trying to build this and keep it... Because obviously, as soon as you make a mistake, then you have to knock out the obsidian using a diamond pick. Yeah, that was a bit of a task, that one. I tried to build tried to build a volcano here and it didn't really work. I couldn't get the shape to work properly. It just turned out into a mess. But again, all done by hand. All these stone bricks here, all the stone steps and stuff, they were all, you know, I had to actually furnace them so that I could actually get proper, you know, smelted stone sort of stuff. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. I did make the waterfall at the back here, which I was quite happy with, even though it's crap now when I look back at it. There was a walkway around the back. This building is the one that's most interesting. I don't think I did a well. Did I do a well here? Yeah, I did a well. And I think that leads to something. Oh, it did. It doesn't anymore. Let's fly back up. It goes all the way down to bedrock. But there is a mine shaft down there somewhere that you used to connect to. Accidentally it connected to a mine shaft. I didn't mean it to, but it did. But this is the, I suppose... Oh, actually, there was this one as well. I doubt it still works, to be fair. It was, let's have a see if it works. I doubt it'll work. How do we do it? It's like a jump platform thing. I can't even remember how to do it now. You had to stand in the middle, and then when it blew, you basically flew up into the air. It worked really well actually. I could fly up all the way to the roof, so you go like that, whoosh, get blown up by the TNT and you fly all the way up. And then obviously you drop down into the water. Yeah, I had some kennels here somewhere actually. Where are the kennels? That was where the shipyard was. I called it like the Royal Docks Office. So all the doors are all messed up as well because obviously this is a long time ago. It doesn't quite work the same Minecraft anymore. But the final thing is, oh in fact there it is, there's the kennels. Oh, they're still in there. Hello. Hello doggies. I gave them a drinking area to actually drink out of. Oh god, back in the day. wolf kennels. But this is the kind of thing that I was most proud of. This took a long time to build. It doesn't work anymore because Minecraft's now completely changed. But the way it used to work was, you could press this button here, press once and wait for a cart. So you press the button and then a cart would suddenly and stop there. You could jump in the cart, and then basically jump in the cart. As soon as you jumped in the cart, there was a pressure plate. Oh, this is where it landed actually. Jump in the cart. As soon as you landed, it set off, and it went off and did its thing. And there's a big track going all over the place. But then what it did as well, on its way back, it came through here. It stopped here. You got out. As soon as you got out, the cart went and disappeared off. Went off that way. And I'll show you exactly the process of how I did it, kind of in a way. So these sections here is basically, these carts used to run constant, just backwards and forwards, because they were I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, minecarts, when a minecart passed another minecart, it gave it speed. So basically, you had these two carts constantly running past each other. So basically, anything that travelled here, because that cart would go and travel back and go back down there, and it was a constant loop. So basically, any cart that came past it, any cart that came near it, would get flung, and it would get sped up. So then it'd speed up and go around. Well, where did it go? I can't remember now. But you get the idea. There's lots of these anyway. These carts would just backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So then basically, a cart would come after it's come back. It would come up here. It'd stop off there, and then it'd drop and land in this pile. And then what we'd do is, when you press the button, basically, this cart was going backwards and forwards. It would basically, there's a cart. Oh God, I can't remember now. It's so complicated. In fact, it used to do that. So basically, a cart used to come past, but when the cart came past it, it'd grab one of these carts off the pile, and then it'd pull it, and it'd send that cart to the start, to there. I mean, this was so complicated. It was unbelievable just to get a cart to turn up when you wanted it to. It's one of the most rewarding things I've ever built. I mean, go down to like the redstone and stuff. I mean, I'm shit with redstone. I mean, I'm epically bad with redstone. But this took forever to do. Just these simple kind of circuits and getting to all work. I remember speaking to BC about it when I was actually building it, saying like, I can't get this working, I can't get that working. I'm just trying to get advice off people. But when it actually worked, which it did do, it worked absolutely fantastic. It was such a kind of revelation. It was kind of like, even like I had friends say like, I love it, but I've got no idea how you did it. I mean, it was that simple of literally just pressing a button, cart turns up, you jump in the car and go off on a ride. You come back, stop here, you get out, the cart disappears off down there and goes back onto the pile. And it was that cool. It was that cool. Because in fact, now I remember, basically when you hit the pressure pad there, that sets off a cart here, and that cart comes round. Once you've got out of the actual minecart, comes speeding past here, and as it passes that cart, it pushes that cart. So it grabs that cart, pushes it, and then this one carries on, obviously going back up there and goes back onto the pile. But this cart then goes back around here, flies around here, goes back up the ramp, and then lands back on the stack. It was a completely self-contained, reusable minecart system. But again, unfortunately, due to the changes in Minecraft, it doesn't work anymore. I might try and roll it back at some point and see if I can get it to work again, because it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of do that. I mean, I held off not kind of. Sorry, it's got to change my mic. I held off not doing this video until I actually had time to actually kind of speak to you guys and stuff, because it's just nostalgia for me. It's kind of like, this is what I did. I mean, this is the minecart track. It goes on for quite a while. It goes off in the distance there and it goes on a proper mad journey. But the other thing, in fact, I completely forgot about this, but I will finish, don't worry. I'm sorry to bore you to death with this, but I've just remembered something else that I created, because I started wondering then, I'm sure that the track didn't work that way. Basically, I also set up, so these levers here change where the track goes to. So like a home track, there's a far away track. This is a primary switch, but then you could swap. So if you went far away, you could go towards the Black Castle, so you could go towards that big obsidian castle thing, or you could go a short loop around the Mulreay statue. So the Mulreay statue obviously is just the Mulreay thing. So you could actually program it to actually just send the cart round and come right back, or you could go on a long journey. And that was kind of fun as well to set all that up. I mean, again, I'm crap at things like redstone. You can see the signal changes and stuff here. This is, I mean, there's redstone under here and everything, so it kind of changes the direction that you'd actually end up going in. But again, it's just so much fun to do. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I mean, I know I went on a little bit there, but again, I've not seen this for years. It's literally been years since I've seen this map. Yeah, so, I mean, what I'll probably do actually is if anybody's interested, I'll probably make this map available for download, just so you can have a play around, have a look around and see what you think. Again, there's a shuttle to play around in. You can actually get inside the shuttle as well if you go along the walkway, I do believe. Yeah, but you can go, whoa, bonk. I never did work out what I was going to do with the inside of it. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching as always. Please feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. And yeah, so thank you for taking this walk with me through this old map, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. So take care of each other, and goodbye.